Hi, Luminaires. How is everybody doing out there? My name is Jamie Butler. It's so nice to have you here. Um, with me today, I have my assistant Colleen Ziegler off camera.
Here I am.
There she is. So if you could kindly at the beginning, just let us know how our sound is. Often when we're working with spirit, they kind of interfere with our computers and technology. And just like Wendy did there on the chat thread, a double Y lets us know you can hear myself and you can hear Colleen.
Here I am again.
If you are new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm going to be trance channeling a guide of mine named Maitland, and she's going to come through and give you an energy update for the month of August 2023. When she does this, she throws in all kinds of information about frequency to what is the spirit animal for the month. Guys, she's a younger spirit and she's full of fun and silliness, but she takes very big topics and just kind of simplifies them with an ounce of joy and puts it on your lap. So if that's the type of style that you like to get your big information and energy updates in, you are in the right place. Maitland has got you covered. And so she's going to tell you spirit animal, the Hertz of the month, what frequency to listen to. I know, she's going to give you, this sounds so wild, doesn't it? Crystals for the month to help manage your energy and talk about which chakras are going to be supported, challenged, and needed and why. And then also look at, there's other things I'm missing, other fun things included.
Chakras, crystals, essential oils, Hertz. Oh, best day to communicate to spirit.
Oh my God, she's going to do that too. No, there's something else.
Animal.
Oh, the essential oil. Like if you're a tactile person and you just need to smell, like have the senses alive, she takes August's frequency and puts it into essential oil recipe blend to give to you. That's a lot. And guys, if you are way into this and you're just super curious and you want to find out more about myself and the work that I do, please head to my website at jamiebutlermedium.com. I also have some teaching classes coming up, a series called Perceiving and Reading Energy. So if you are at the beginners or if you're intermediate or already advanced, but you want to hone in exactly how you perceive subtle light energy and how to get the information from it, this is the class for you. It starts August 16th, 16 weeks long. Yeah, it is. Because I hold your hand the whole way. I really love teaching, so I want to make sure that you get it. And at the same time, I'm also going to be teaching a different series called Approaching Trance Channeling. That's more for the advanced people if you're already communicating with spirit, but you want to embody them and have them deliver the message, which is what we're going to be doing today with Maitland. This series begins on August 16th. You can find those details below here in the description, and also Colleen is posting it on the chat thread. For you healers out there, and you have been enjoying my Learn It Live, which is a platform I do my classes on, as well as my healings and meditations. I have Reiki 1 and 2 coming up, and that's on August 26th and September 16th. Now, Maitland, after today, will regroup back on August 3rd for our YouTube members, middle tier and higher, and walk you through the energy update again and kind of speak to you as you have your questions about how you're showing up for the month. It's not about so much as answering your personal questions to spirit, but it's what situation are you in and how is this being influenced by the month? She gets a little bit more deep with the crystals involved and how the chakra and the frequencies of the month is happening. And with that opening, I will say this. If you are sensitive and you are with me, whether you're live or watching the recording, you might feel a shift in your own energy as we go into trance channeling. If you like that shift, enjoy it, ride it. If it's a little too much for you, just kind of step back from the device that you're observing the channeling on, have something to drink. I always like having a nibble of chocolate at hand or a little bit of tea or coffee. Those are good grounders. For those of you luminaires, those who shine light, are looking for clairvoyant exercise, how to see energy, check out the right side of my body as I go into trance channeling. And look somewhere between my ear and my shoulder, kind of mid-air here. So relax your body completely. Drop your shoulders, relax the belly. Just put my feet on the floor. Find this focus and do your best not to blink. I'm going to take off. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of information.
You're good.
Right?
You did it.
I did it. That's the hardest
part. You did
part
it with
of
ease.
channeling.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Oh, enjoy August, guys. She's calling it the unexpected month. Mm-mm. Take care, Lumies. Right here. I'm going to take another deep breath. If you want, you can join me. It's like I came in and it was like click, 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 click. And I like clicked my feet in, boom, 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 and I clicked in on the shoulders, and now I'm here. Hi, Luminaires. My name is Maitland, Maitland. I've been working with Jamie since she was a long time ago, since she was 21. I was the first spirit to trance channel through her, and we work a lot together, and we like to work together because we're both kind of silly and playful, and it makes it so much easier for me just to be me. And that is exactly what I'm going to do when I'm giving you August's energy update, because you're going to want me to smile through this one. But no seatbelts are needed. Can I move this?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Is that better? I like that. I like to pull my feet up. Okay. So, okay. August. First, we start off with a full moon, right? At day one, which is very nice. But when I call August as kind of the unexpected month, I really mean it. So when you think of the full moon energy, for you lunatics that are out there, it always kind of brings light to the surface. It's a deep reflection, and it's, the softer side of like exposing the inside or the truth, or your shadow work, if you want to call it that. That which you're not looking at comes into the light in the soft moonlight. So that is happening, and all the truth is coming, but it has a little edge to it where it's like, I think you're showing me too much. I think that's too much truth. And I might be a little overwhelmed, and I might be a little paranoid about it. So if you could just tune it down a little bit, it'd be nice. That's what this full moon is bringing in. So if you're very, very sensitive and with too much information you get overwhelmed, it would be a time to practice from the last day of July through August 2nd, some nice, slow, deep breathing, and practice the art of observation, where you're able to look at what's happening, but maybe not necessarily process or engage it or carry it on. Now, if you are not highly sensitive like that, and you're like, just tell me everything I need to know, this is your day. You are going to have such a good time with it. But if you are someone who is not sensitive and doesn't want to know anything, it might feel a little uneasy, kind of like too much is coming at you at once. So you can just take it as a day of rest if you would like. In the first week, I would say a week of August, how the rhythm is, it's in August, you're either in your heart or you're in your head. Head, 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 heart, 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 head, head, head. That's how it's going to go. So we kind of start the first week off with the head, head, head. The full moon gives us way too much information. It exposes a lot of things, maybe tipping to the side of paranoid or, anything. And then it gets into with the first week coming off of exposing too much information. It's like giving you too much structure, too many boundaries. Like, I'm stuck in a box and I don't know how to react to get out of it. And for some of us, your response mechanism is going to be self-preserve and just stay calm for the first week. And others, it's going to be very exciting because you get to problem solve and kind of get out of it. And for those of you who are already not even involved with structures because your frequency is just so high, you might feel like you're being tethered a little bit with your spiritual awareness or your spiritual growth. And you're like, I see where I want to be. I can kind of feel where I want to go. And I just can't launch. I can't jump high. I can't get my frequency out of my body enough or to where I want to be. And just know that that's going to go away, because the first week is more of the heady, heady, heady. This sounds funny when we say it a lot like that. Heady, 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 heady. And so, with that mental body all lit up, sometimes the spiritual body has a really hard time expanding and moving forward. So, just take a deep breath, because right in the same week, up pops your first surprise. Bam! You've been trapped in a box and there's a lot of structure around you and holding you. But even though this is happening, you now can get a lot done. You can get so much done. It's like, I was going to say speed. Like, with speed and accuracy, you get a lot of things done and you feel very successful. And it's done with like this really positive self-talk, where you're like, I'm doing such a good job for myself, and I am a hero in this situation. Like, your talk to yourself feels very good, even though you might feel held by, structure or boundaries in your environment or in your relationships. You're still processing and moving forward. You got a really spiky, high positive mental body, which I like that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, your third surprise comes in a week. And so all of a sudden you're doing things, and then it's like, oh, nothingness. It's time to observe what I just did. It's time for me to step back and admire it, to look at it and say, okay, that's what just happened. Because in that moment of observation, it's kind of like on the seventh day, really, that this is kicking into gear. August is dumping the energy into, hey, don't move so fast anymore. Take time to look at what you just did. Because the 8th through the 12th just unexpectedly, boom, gives you heart energy. You went from heady, and now it's hearty. That's funny too. Hearty. And all of a sudden you're into this, oh my gosh, I need to look at the quality of my relationships. Not just my love relationships, but like my relationships, like what I'm committed to, how I am with others. And I need to look at those values, and I need to check to see if they're still what I want. And you might find that some of them aren't. And you're like, oh, we need to look at this. We probably need to address this. And you just came off heady, and a lot of movement. And now you're dropping down into your heart. So this might be a little bit of a difficult transition, which is why I suggested for a crystal to carry this month is going to be tiger's eye, which our solar plexus is totally supported this month. Solar plexus has a lot of heady energy to it, but it's all about, what your personality and your character. August is saying, we really want you to be you. We don't want you to need to adjust to pretend like you're somebody else to make things go smooth. We really do want you to be you. That's why solar plexus is being supported. But there comes the but. um, but it's going to require you to activate your confidence and your courage. And when we have that level of confidence, you stay really present with yourself. So shifting from your head and dropping into your heart is not going to be that difficult. And tiger's eye can help hold that courage for you to do that. So from the 8th to the 12th, heart energy, then you're kind of looking at, okay, you might have some old relationships pop up where you're like, I thought that was put to bed. I haven't thought about that person in forever. And then all of a sudden you see them on the street, or they're calling you. And or if you've been in a relationship for a really long time, or married for a really long time, and it could be old wounds that are just like sneaking around the corner and coming back, and you're like, I thought we looked at that and we put that away, but then there it's sitting going, look at me. And you have to decide, what are you going to do with all of this coming back? And our suggestion is to move first from your heart, because it is heart energy at this time. Even though it's just like a 4-day span, it just will kind of roll in softly, and then it's going to roll back out. Because when you come away from the 12th, and like the 12th, 13th, 14th, but mostly on the 13th, that is the day to like bring to bring your crown chakra is what I wanted to say, but it's always with you. And I thought that's not the best way to say it, but to activate your crown chakra on top of your head, because the 13th is the best day to talk to spirit. It is like the day of love and light. It is the day of illumination. It is the day of spiritual awe. And if you come from it at a place, you're coming out of your heart and you come right into your spiritual center up in your crown chakra. It is the violet one that sits on top of your head. And the crystal that I wanted to pair with it is the Sugalite. But when you look at it, you kind of want to say Sugalite, but it's Sugalite. And if you don't have that, it's a really beautiful kind of a gemstone quality crystal. You can pair it with amethyst and garnet, but you want both of them together. You don't want just the amethyst and just the garnet. You want to put those together because Sugalite has amethyst and garnet in it, as well as sometimes like rubies and sapphires and things of that nature. So you want to pair those frequencies together. And Sugalite is this like aura cleanser, and it's this let's tap deep into the forgiveness of just self and other selves, and bringing your head to your heart, or your heart to your head, and connecting it, and kind of connecting you to spirit. So if there's any day to carry some stones in your pocket or your purse, or carry them in your hands, or wear them as jewelry, it is on the 13th. Ha! But you get other chances later on. There's like another like moment of, oh wow, I'm like outside of the box. But this lasts for a little while, and then we get into the new moon on the 16th, and unexpectedly, the energy for the new moon. Usually, it's like it's a showing. It's like a new beginning. It's time to start kind of new things. But this one is a little overwhelming. Whereas the full moon was maybe too much, maybe paranoia. And this one is like too much. It's like a flood, too much energy that comes in, and you could take it like a flood, water wise, as well as emotional. Um, it's easy movement and abundance of maybe something that you don't really want to carry. And so all the energy in August is pushing on the earth to kind of purge and be in abundant with that of the water element. And so if you are already naturally a very emotional person and very full of empathy and connect to others that way, you might want to take a day of rest and vacation. But if you have that fully in check and you really enjoy it, you might feel extremely powerful, like abundant amount of energy that feeds emotion. And if you have mastered your emotions and you're in touch with them and you can identify them when you're having them, this new moon is just going to be, I don't know. I wanted to say a wild celebration. It's going to be really good. But if you haven't done that yet, it might feel like you're drowning a little bit. Like it's just too much to take and too much to do. And for those of you who are in like no, it's not called, it's the hurricane territory. There's Tornado Alley.
Mhm.
There's
What is that
nothing,
called? Like the hurricane belt?
hurricane belt.
We all know where it is.
That brings a lot of water. So probably around the new moon, there might be some action on that. And, you could even just say, oh, if I've had some plumbing issues, maybe I should just go ahead and hire a plumber just to check out the rest of the house and just shape and, secure it up. That would be very nice. But even in the new moon, you're going to be resting in your heart energy. The beginning of the month is the head, the middle of the month is the heart, and then we kind of get into the 21st through the rest of the month. And the 21st is going back to the head. Oh, yes, it is. This is kind of like time to activate your solar plexus and your crown chakra. Bring those together. Do you know they're complementary energies, anyways? The yellow and the violet. So bring them together. And because it is like this phase of deep thinking and reassessing self in a way that you feel really whole, not compartmentalized at all. August is like, we really want you to be you, but we're doing it in kind of unexpected ways, to support you. So here you have these few days where you're in a lot of heady space. You're activating the mental body again, but it's like in this genius way where the energy is like, oh, you had a problem before? Let's fix that. Let's think outside of the box and let's just totally like button it up and give you all the answers and let you move on. And so here you are, kind of like in this genius mode, because it's your intuitive, very active crown energy mixed right into your mental body. So it doesn't even feel like a aha moment. It's just, I'm in it and it's happening. So use that to reassess self. And that starts like on the 21st, and it's really strong until like the 23rd. And then it just kind of gets into this. Um, the unexpected, thinking how I want to say it. It gets into where around the 24th and the 25th, where this energy of fear or worry, because humans are really funny when you have this mass consciousness and you get up into the frequencies of the mental body reaching and blending well with the intuitive. That's actually a very natural place for a human to be, and the frequencies are very high and everything is in balance and it feels good. But there's like this bigger belief system happening on earth that if you have something very good, it doesn't last long and it's got to go away. And so this going away feeling is created in your belief systems, but it's also created by marketing and government as well, because when the flu season comes in, it's going to be a very unique flu strand, very unique. And so you're going to hear a lot of big words around it and like fear tactics to keep you um, trapped, really, is what it is, to not trust yourself like the way that it's talked about. And I just want to say, breathe, tune into yourself. You're okay. Don't fall into the fear of what other people are saying about the flu season. You are strong and you are fine. So to counteract this, I'm going to say around the 20th of August, put it in your calendar, write a note saying, time to start boosting my immune system, and do the things that boost your immune system, whether that is elderberry or echinacea, taking your vitamin C's. Just start with a regimen and tend to your physical body, and especially attend to the belief systems of, oh, when this group of people says it's really bad, it's going to be really bad. Now I'm worried about it. Don't get caught up in that. Readdress your belief system. So you can use like your affirmation work and your meditation work. And I would say, especially do it before you go to sleep at night so that you have a true rest and relaxation at night, because you've done breath work or meditation or affirmation. You've checked in with your belief systems and yourself. And then you have the whole night to marinate in it. And so when you get up, it's a lot stronger. That's also why I like the bed gridding. And we're going to talk about what crystals to use. But we get into the 23rd, that's when Mercury goes into retrograde again. And I remember when I was telling Jamie this, and she was like, again? And I was like, yes, again. But it's not a bad one. It's more of like a reassess, relook, revise. It's like an editing phase. And it's still in a heady moment for you. So mental body very engaged. And when we're in our mental body, it's much easier to connect to that energy if you just pull away from your emotions just a little bit, not allowing your emotions to run and rule all your actions and reactions or be triggered. So it's just like a half inch back from it. It's not like leave it alone and ignore it. That's not what I'm telling you. Just half inch back. And then you get to work through Mercury and retrograde in a way where it's like, oh, I get this. It's really helping me revise my life and who I am. And then right after that, unexpectedly, August is like, let's switch it up just one more last time. Hearty, hearty, hearty. And it throws you into this heart energy, and it's supporting you to feel this wholeness again, where you have this, I am connected to everything. And that aha moment that you sometimes feel is like a part of you. It's not just a singular moment that occurs. It's like you carry it for a little while and you're like, I am good. I'm okay. Your self esteem and your self worth is starting to increase. Of course, your tiger's eye is really good at helping you with that as well. And so all of this is supporting each other. So you will note the unexpected is using your mental body like alone, and then your heart body alone, your mental body alone, your heart body. And so we leave you on the note of being in your heart as we go into September, which September, if August is unexpected, September's the slap in the face. September is put your seatbelt on. And we haven't had one of these moments in a while. I used to ask you to put your seatbelt on a lot, and we just haven't done that through the summer. And remember when we were saying, enjoy your summer, like enjoy your high frequency and get everything done and do say yes to a lot of things. Well, this is where it's like, oh, we understand. This frequency is getting stronger, and now masses of people are reacting to it. And with change comes, well, change and discomfort and unease. Not all change is easy. And through the discomfort, we learn a lot and we go in leaps and bounds. So it's kind of like that mass consciousness coming together again. And then it's going to have another struggle. Whether that is, I'm not going to say what it is because it's still in morph zone right now because of co creation. But there'll be this mass consciousness tension, which is going to give it more electricity, give it more energy to be bigger and better. And like I said, change is not always comfortable. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
I know you've been talking about this.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I
So I'm just sitting with
tried
it
to
and
prepare.
processing.
I try to prepare everybody coming into it. So enjoy August. It's just like we're here, now we're there, now we're here, now we're there. But there's nothing very, I mean, there's work to be done, but it's always in this way of we really want you to be you. Just like shine, baby, shine. So the chakra that's being supported is the solar plexus. And especially when you're in those heady moments, the solar plexus is really, really shining. And I want you to carry around that tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. There we go. And you can this month grid your bed with tiger's eye. I normally say no because it has like so much energy and courage and like mental balance and let's do it. But I feel you will really appreciate that kind of support for August. So go ahead and put them around your bed. And then you're going to take Sugalite or your amethyst and your garnet together because this is for the crown chakra that's going to be needed. When you're in your heart energy this month, it's your crown chakra that's going to be activated. And actually, it's kind of the same with your mental body too, because your intuitiveness is going to be coming through the mental body, the heady information. So, key elements this month either amethyst garnet or your Sugalite, and you definitely want to have this around your bed. And you're going to love it. You're going to want it so much, it's like you're going to want to eat it, but don't eat it. Just carry it with you always. Uh, or if you don't like carrying them, have different sets and put them in rooms that you normally spend more time in, just so that you can bathe in that frequency. And that frequency is going to keep your crown chakra activated, which simply means accessible, open, and full of more abundant energy. So it's available. It's not like I got to work to get there. It's just dripping down and engaging with everything else. So you're naturally going to be your intuitive self this month. What you're not going to naturally be doing is being a good communicator because the throat is going to be so challenged. Because here we have the head is supported, the heart is supported, but expressing either one of them, not supported. So that's where kind of the tension or the difficulty can come in. So I chose blue lace agate. It's very soft and it's so sweet. And it's like an energy that says, okay, so you're finally going to speak up about something that's a little uneasy or you don't have words for it. I can help you with that. It makes your conversation go slower. You're more attentive to it. It's like you understand the care for choosing the words and you move more authentically with blue lace agate. And there's less hurt, anger, aggression, conflict. Blue lace agate just pacifies those frequencies. You know, they don't play well, so it kind of eliminates them. So when it is time to speak up, maybe, you know, between the 8th and the 12th to some lover who just popped up out of the past or some wound that came up in your relationship and you don't really know what to say, you'll take your time with it because you're going to be feeling it. And then you can talk about it because blue lace agate is going to be there for support. And I would absolutely put the blue lace agate around your bed. So we have tiger's eye, blue lace agate, and Sugalite or the amethyst and garnet. And then put your black tourmaline around your bed. And if you, for some reason, feel like the unexpected month of August needs just a little bit more boost for you, then keep your selenite in place around your bed. And when you're gritting, if you've never done this before, I feel like I have to burp. Is it you?
Nope. It's not.
It's not happening, but it's like I feel like it wants to happen.
We had some carbonation.
If you have never gritted your bed before, you're going to put a group of crystals on each corner, the same group. So you'll have 4 pieces of amethyst, 4 pieces of garnet, 4 pieces of black tourmaline, selenite if you wish, tiger's eye, and blue lace agate. And you group them. And then when you group them, what happens with crystals of the same frequency, they talk to each other. And so they're sending frequency signals out and they're bathing in each other's frequency. And then when they reach each other, they get bigger. And there you are sleeping in it all night. And then your chakras and your energetic fields are getting dosed this medicinal frequency all night that's going to help your chakras maintain their strength and purpose for the whole month of August with what energies are coming in. That's the beauty about gritting your bed. But if you're someone who's like, well, I really like hearing things and I'd rather have a sound than the use of crystals, then you can use a Hertz. It's a esophageal Hertz. It's a 963. And it's kind of like, it's called a cellular enlightenment. So it's looking at the body on a physical level and it's vibrating it to have more space for higher frequencies. And when I say use Hertz, I suggest playing it at night when you're asleep and you play it so low you can barely hear it because your ears don't need to hear it for your energetic field to be bathed in it. It just needs to be on a speaker nearby, and that frequency will move through and bathe your entire body. So if you wanted to add another layer, you would do the 963 cellular, and that's definitely going to increase your ability to communicate with spirit. It supports the crown chakra, which the crown chakra is needed this month. So it's all going hand in hand. But then if you're like, that's all good and well, Maitland, but I want to smell something, then I have an aromatherapy recipe for you. You can use frankincense, myrrh, cedarwood, and cypress. Those are the 4. And you do 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of myrrh, 2 drops of cedarwood, and 2 drops of cypress. So cedarwood is very grounding. All of them are very grounding. Myrrh really supports the solar plexus and the crown, as well as frankincense is like a throat and crown energy. So these are all activating the chakras that are already going to be handling the abundant amount of energy for August. I like putting this in a diffuser and then you can just gently smell it in the room. But if you want to make a spray, just make sure that you have, probably no more than 63 drops of essential oil per 4 ounces of your spray. Um, we should come up with like the basic mathematical equation to do and put it in our description. That would be fun.
What do you mean by mathematical?
Of figuring out how many drops of essential oil would go into a 4 ounce bottle.
Oh, got it.
And then I
Like a little recipe of sorts.
Yes.
Sure, we can do that.
And then put like a dash, like a tablespoon of alcohol, because the alcohol will help the smell and do that.
Perfect. After we get done today, I'll type it up in the description.
Okay. So then you have smell, you have sound, you have your touch with your crystals, and all of that's happening in your bed. And all of this could happen in your bedroom to help you maintain your frequencies. And then if you want to have an animal companion to help you with the energies of this month, it is the elefante. And the elephant is probably not an animal that you're going to walk by every day, but the symbol of it is everywhere, and the symbol holds the power, even little statues of it, and the word alone. And the elephant is really about the mental strength, mental fortitude, and it's a very big solar plexus, which is the chakra being supported for the month of August. And so we want that energy to come out bigger and greater. So in your meditation, you can invite your elephant animal companion in to guide you. You can sit in its presence and learn. But the elephant is amazing. It's like, you know what? I've decided I'm going to do this, and I follow through. I don't step off the path. So reliability, trustworthy, consistent, and of course, just this elegance of like grace and protection. They're very, very fond about protecting their family, and they're very, very strong in doing that. Okay, so chakras, crystals, crystal grids, Hertz, essential oils, animals, and the day, the 13th, is the day to communicate with spirit. So overall, when I say unexpected, it is the element of surprise, but I don't want you to think it's the element of surprise with shock. I want you to see it as like a birthday gift surprise. When you get a gift and you open it up and you're surprised and you like it, that's August. But sometimes people don't enjoy surprises or switches of energy, like, oh, surprise, now we're in the heart, now we're in the head, now we're challenging you with a little bit of this because it's hard to speak about it. And now we're getting all into, psychic and spiritual support. And now we're in Mercury retrograde. So
It just sounds like a lot.
It's
Period.
a lot. It's a lot of little pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, boop, like this, back and forth, and boop, 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 boop. And so for you, it's really just give yourself some time and attention. Your frequency is going to grow, hands down. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, at the end of August, you're going to look back and go, ha, yeah, like I am so much bigger than I was when I began. So just know that we're all going to be going through that globally. I wanted to see if there was any clarity questions needed.
We have a few questions, and then I'm going to honor both our times since we're live again at 1.
Oh, but I don't get. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you'll be back at 1 too.
In Jamie's YouTube membership, we have a session where we come through and we channel, and then we just get to ask. We answer your questions.
Yes, and I know you'll cover more of this in your class that you're having on the 3rd as well.
I will. I'll cover more of the chakras and the stones and stuff, but that I like to direct them directly to the people who are watching.
So the first question, and we had a couple of these up at the top. What are your insights on the Lionsgate portal happening on August 8th?
Lionsgate. Notice how I didn't even mention it. Unexpectedly. I think that those who are aware of it and have their energy in alignment with it are really going to be feeling the shifts and are going to get downloads of extra information that they were kind of expecting or wanting. And I think that more than half the people on earth are just going to go right through it and not even feel a thing. So it's like, it's very select. And it's why I chose not to talk about it, because it's not really like a mass. I have a way I can explain it. It's not like a mass thing. If I were to throw a bucket of water on the earth, everybody would get wet. Ta-dum! That's a mass thing. But if some people were made out of oil and I threw water down, only those who weren't oil would get wet. Like they were waterproof. So a lot of people on earth are waterproof right now, and the frequency that's coming in through the Lionsgate is not going to be reaching them. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. So I see that you did not mention it, from what I'm hearing, for clarity, because it doesn't apply to the majority.
It doesn't apply to everyone.
And then the other question that we have that we often get is about financial situations for the month and or crypto.
Don't do it.
You've been saying that for a while with crypto.
Yeah,
I think some people want to hear you say differently, and that's why they keep asking.
No, if you have it, just sit on it. See, because September is the big blow up month. Like energy is like fireworks. And right now it's like here and there and here and there. And it's like, it's very hard to keep up with unless you're on it, 24/7 and looking, and you can exchange and move things around. You're not going to have a really pleasant time. So just leave it there. Leave it there till past September, and then we can talk about it. But financially, we're going to notice those prices that have been rising are going to stop rising. And now they're going to start coming down again. And so September is going to help the prices come down a little bit. So with home prices, with inflation of prices of items and things of that nature, like we're just going to get a little bit of a breath, and we're going to reassess what's happening globally with financials. And there's actually a lot of communities out there who are deciding that they're just not going to use money. It's happening. This is just the beginning of that, though. So don't get too excited. But it's just the beginning, because you're not going to really feel it unless you're in the community. But this is going to open it up to a freedom later, because money is a funny thing. Finances and everything, because people see it as freedom, as a way of living, and as health, and they don't see it as energy. And you prioritize it way too much, and it can create a lot of disease and illness. And so when people are coming out of this kind of sleepwalk, this kind of, it's almost like control, mind control, human control. Like when we wake up and we come out of it because we're increasing our frequencies, the exchange of finances and money is one thing that's going to be looked at, and it's going to be reassessed.
I like that.
Me too. It's going to free up so many people. Abundance is everywhere, but it's like the way that money is done right now. It's only feeding a handful of people. Stupid.
So I think our time is up, and we will see all the Luma Standard members at 1 p.m. today for the Q&A.
And I will see all the Lumi Volf
and higher
on the 3rd.
Yes, at noon.
August.
And we can address so many more questions both at the Q&A today and the class.
Thank you so very much for watching and staying put. And if you like what we're, if you If you like what we're doing and you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and share this with a friend. And for those of you who want all the words printed out, YouTube has it now where you can hit the dot dot dot, those 3 dots in a row, and there's a drop down menu, and you can see the transcript. So that helps, because I know I sometimes talk really fast and I don't mean to, but I really like being with you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
I'll see you soon, baboon. For those of you who don't know, one of my favorite things in saying goodbye is the saying the goodbye and rhyming it with the animal.
Hasta mañana, iguana.
You know I was going to say that one next.
I try to beat you to it.
I see you in the morning, unicorn.
Blow you a kiss, jellyfish.
Oh, wow, I just blinked out. I wanted to say bye-bye.
Butterfly.
Bye-bye, butterfly. What is the brown? Chow, brown cow.
There you go. You're saying them perfectly as people are typing them. Thank you, Maitland.
Bye, guys.
See you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you will see me soon. It's funny. See you soon, baboon. Bye.